Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways, impact voice.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special Monday's edition of Walking This Way's Impact Worth podcast. We are broadcasting live once again from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We thank everybody for joining us on this Monday morning as we are live streaming right now on Facebook Live, of course. And I just want to thank my special featured guest tonight. I said tonight, I'm used to doing shows on the night, but this morning with Rachel, of course, she's the founder of What's Up Dallas Magazine, a brand new magazine that just hit the city of Dallas Fort Worth. Of course, you're going to elaborate more into the magazine. How can you be a part of the magazine? How can you strive to the magazine? I know this is something that she's passionate about. This is something that she loves. This is something that started as a vision, but then it came reality. And that's what it's all about. You turn your dreams into reality. You know, everybody's like, I got dreams, but what are you doing with those dreams? Are you just wishing upon a star, or are you just hoping and saying it's gonna come, but are you willing to put in the work? And she really showed by putting in the work because she turned her dream into reality. Of course, once again, I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., of course, and big shout out to the team that normally be with me on Tuesday. Big shout out to Anna C, Coach Shay, and Kenny Primetime Williams, of course. And Rachel, thank you for taking time out of your productive schedule. I know you reached out to me last night to we was gonna do it Wednesday, but I know with schedule and stuff, go ahead and knock it out this morning. I appreciate that. I respect that. That shows the the perseverance. It shows the integrity about yourself as well. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience right now here on Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's definitely a pleasure to just be interviewing with you and just getting to talk about my magazine. So yes, my name is Rachel Cardenas. I am the CEO and owner of What's Up Dallas magazine. We are new, about to publish our first issue on the 28th of October. And we are just delighted to just trying to make an impact in the community with focusing on small business. So
And
that
that's
is what we do.
and that's what's awesome right there. That's what's awesome right there. I know you mentioned that the magazine is focused on small businesses. We know that small businesses are the backbone of other businesses, major corporations, stuff like that. My first question is: have you always wanted to get into media? As something you always dreamed about growing up, or you just like stumbled into it?
Oh, that's a great question. So, back when I was in high school, my senior year, I got into this course of journalism, and I always dreamed of having like my own magazine or being an editor, doing something big because I like to be creative. And it didn't really go into fruition at that time. So I finally got the opportunity, and it's like I prayed about doing something that would make a difference in the world or in the community. Just even if it was small impact, it was still an impact in a positive way. And about I think it was probably almost a month ago, I was talking with my husband, and I was like, "Hey, so I really want to do something to make a difference, and I really have this like." Idea of doing a magazine, something local that's more focused on, something that people can take in and actually, use it as an inspiration. So prayed about a name, and What's Up Dallas just kind of came into my thoughts, and I kept researching it. So there are like a lot of What's Up Dallases, but with a question mark. So What's Up Dallas magazine has exclamation mark. The question mark sites usually post like negativity, like things that are going on, and I want it to be different. So the exclamation mark actually stands for positivity. Like we're trying to give you something, inspirational out there in Dallas and DFW. So uh, it just really came about just like, okay, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do exactly what I think God is telling me to do, something impactful. And I just started going. I put it out there. That's how I met you. Met about 70 businesses so far, and It's like every time I interview a business, they're just like, we're a small business, but our problem is we don't know who to connect to. So I was like, well, networking works, and that's why I'm posting your story, and I've actually helped some businesses connect with each other already, just since we came out.
And that's
But
what's awesome. And it's doing something that you're passionate about, doing something that you knew you wanted to do. And
yes,
just not just to benefit you, but you also want to put other people over when they with their small business, like to connect other people with other people. And that's a beautiful thing because we know that healthy relationships is important. When you build these healthy relationships take you far, far and beyond. And I know when you said, what's up, Dallas, and we know that the DFW area is growing, constantly is growing. You have people transitioning from all over the world, including me. Recently, I'm from Alabama. I've been living here a year going on 2 years, and the atmosphere, the culture, just diversity, just how people are just open to change, open to better themselves. And that's what we love to do here on the podcast, living that life that you want to live, creating that life you know you was destined to live, not just selling for less, but selling for more, like you said in your magazine, to empower people, to inspire people, and this most important, challenge people to take it to the next level. So I know you mentioned focus on small business. We know that a lot of small businesses, overlook. We have the big Fortune 500 companies such as Apple and Mercedes Benz and Sony, and we have all these big Fortune 500 companies. Well, I want to ask you this, Rachel. I know a lot of people look to stay, some people want to stay at small business, but are there people inspiration and dreams to go to a Fortune 500 company? When you challenge people thinking, you ask a person who your goal is, and we all been there before, but that fear comes in of you had these goals, but you're afraid. Have you ever talked to any small business owner who has that dream, that goal to say, you know what, I want to go to a Fortune 500? Because we know a lot of Fortune 500 companies start off as small businesses and they grew. So do you have any clients who always say they have dreams of going Fortune 500?
honestly, most of the people that I've talked to have pretty much said, "This is my business. I want to just keep it as my business." Being a Fortune 500 company, it turns into a corporation after that, and you lose the personal attachment you have towards your customers. And I believe that with the small businesses I've interviewed so far, they have told me that they love the connection with their customers and their clients. They love to have that, they want to have more clients. They don't want to lose that personal attachment. So, I don't really think any of them have said they wanted to go higher, like big corporates minded.
Right, right. And I mean, 'cause, I just look at it, the business standpoint. Just
Hmm.
want to be able to create jobs. You know what I'm saying? Want to create jobs. I heard when I went to this event Saturday. You know, people want to be able to give other people W-2 from their business, and I love to hear stuff like that. It's not thinking small, not limit yourself. You say, you know what? The more it grows, I bet want to hire people on to help go further. Because when you're the head corporation, you're the head CEO of your corporation, you want to be to that point where, okay, that even though I might not be present in the
Hmm.
office, that it can still keep going day by day, strong, strong, even though I'm not there. And that's the mindset that I see with people. And a lot of people now starting to grasp hold to that. Like, you know what? I want to take this thing to the next level. Well, like I said, we're talking about the magazine. I know you're excited. I know you were excited about the launch date of the magazine, of course, right there. And
Hmm.
how your husband's supportive. And I love seeing that. Having a supportive spouse. You come
Yeah.
across people who are married who may feel like it's a struggle because their significant other don't support their dreams. But having that supportive spouse, your husband supporting you, that's a beautiful thing. And I just want to say that because
Thank
that
you.
yeah, because it takes you far and wide when you say, oh man, well, my significant other, my husband, wife has my back and want to see me go farther. That should be your number one supporter is your husband. And that's a beautiful thing to see. So his role in the magazine, does he play a part in the magazine or he just say, babe, I'm pushing you forward? So does he have any roles in the magazine as well? He just to just push you forward with it.
He is my backbone. So my husband actually a year ago to yesterday actually started his own business.
Congratulations to you.
So thank you, thank you. I'll relay the message. So he was kind of starting out new, and he was a little unsure at the time too. He's like, "Hey, I really want to start my own business," and I was like, "Okay, so we'll do it. Go for it." Also, I support you. I mean, I'm gonna be working my job, and you can work, and do your job, and we'll just go together and just, build the ground up, And this year, I was like, I want to do this magazine. I really feel like it's gonna be impactful. And I said, what do you think? And he's like, babe, just like you told me, go for it. If you feel like you want to do it and you're inspired, then go for it. I'm right here to support you. He's like, I got my business, you have your business, and he goes, both of our, incomes will help each other. So he's been a major, major support for me in fulfilling my dream. So.
You know what, Rachel? I love to hear that. Just those who need to hear that this morning. When you got a partner that's about business, y'all about to put in the grind, put in the work. That's a beautiful thing. Y'all
Mhm.
got your own thing, but y'all come together as one. Somebody need to hear that this morning. That it's always good to get the right person, because when you get the right person, y'all make great things happen. I remember this song
Mhm.
back years ago. For those who may not familiar with, it's a song by Fabulous and Neo. The chorus says, "I'm a movement all by myself, but we are force when we are together.
Mhm.
Even though I'm good all by myself, but you make me better."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the mindset when you're married. Okay, yeah, we're good, but when we're together, we're a force. And that's a beautiful thing to hear, that people need to hear that. Like when you have that supportive spouse and y'all support each other, all things are possible. And that's a good thing to hear. Like I said, the magazine, I want to ask you about the magazine. Will it be some physical copies of the magazine, or there'll be digital? I know going with the times. I know people, things are going more digital, Kindle and all that other stuff when it comes to reading. So will it be physical as well, copy, or just digital copies?
It's going to be physical and digital. So the platform that I use for publishing allows me to send out a digital or a print copy that people can just like download it and read it then, or they can get a printed copy sent to their house. So it's always available. I like to make it easier that way because some people they like to have it in, instant read. So that's the digital. But some people actually like, oh man, I'm featured in this magazine. I want to show my friends. So they're just like, I'm gonna print this out and I want to have this at my house. This is like an accomplishment for me. So I always allow it in both forms. I
And
think it's
that's
better that way.
oh yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Just be able to showcase this magazine. So publishing, I know you're the founder, you're the CEO. So at this point, are you don't want to write and everything, or you have other writers along with you on this journey, or it's just you right now?
Right now with the magazine, it's just me.
Yeah.
So, but as a courtesy to all the businesses that I feature, I let them preview what I'm writing first, and they kind of have helped me editing their story. The little bit of the details, like if I miss something or if it's like the wrong word or something, they'll help send it back to me corrected in the way that they like it. So I never publish anything about a business that they don't approve of. So they always see it before it comes out.
Awesome. And I know by you being a CEO and founder, there are rules and regulation and guidelines, because we know that you are a woman of faith, of course. I know it's all about positivity. So no, you don't want to, people may try to bring in negative content. I know you don't have time for that. So when these different businesses come to you and say, "Hey, I want to advertise your magazine," do you just play the rules and guidelines? Because some people like, "Well, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know." But having that in place with the rules and guidelines.
Oh yes, so my rules or guidelines. I don't post any profanity in any of my magazine. I am definitely trying to make this magazine like it's my baby. So I want to bring positivity, and I think that if you bring like profanity or negative content, it's gonna have people your people are gonna go down. So since we are bringing positivity, we want to continue with that with the stories. So if it's like, somebody's like trying to post, things that are not good, I won't put them in my magazine. Um, but I believe all small business is small business, but respectfully, um, I don't post any of that negative stuff.
Awesome. You know what? We ain't got time for negativity. It's all about positivity at
Oh,
all
yes.
times. You gotta be about that. You gotta be about that positivity. I know Rachel with the magazine. I know you have goals, you have aspirations. Um, I know you have children. I know you want them to benefit off the magazine, that this magazine will stay in the family for generations to come.
Yes.
So how long is the magazine? How many pages are in the magazine on the that will be on a regular basis?
Well, I was trying to shoot for 60 pages.
Okay.
It looks like it's gonna be running about maybe 45, 50 pages. I still have about 12 editorials I need to add to the magazine before Friday. But the advertisers, I have 8 advertisers right now in there. The rest are just all small businesses. I am hoping it'll get bigger with more advertisers. Um, but for right now, I'm just happy spreading good inspiration. That's what I'm good at.
And that's what it's all about. I know since you put the info, the message, I know you might have. I know how has the traffic been? Because since you put that article, I know you may have like bukus of traffic. So how has that been with that, having these different business owners reach out to you?
Nonstop, nonstop. That first day that I posted on the DFW network, which is a great Facebook group, by the way, um, I received over 100 messages, emails, text mess. I mean, I got a couple phone calls, text messages, emails. I got some people that were just like commenting on the post itself, and I was just like, wow, like, oh my gosh, like, God, are you really giving me something that I'm not ready for? But I was like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna continue talking to these people and reaching out. I've reached out to them one by one so far. Um, and it's been nonstop. I'm telling you, every day I'm meeting a new business.
Congratulations on that. And my next question is for those that's watching us right now, like we live stream right now on Facebook Live, and they have small businesses and stuff like that. How can they plug themselves in? How can they be a part of your vision with What's Up Dallas Magazine?
Okay, so any small business that would like to advertise or do a feature can email me at what's up Dallas magazine at gmail.com. And that will give you like the first, I read my emails constantly all the time. So I will definitely see the email if it comes in. And just, I always ask somebody, just tell me a little bit about your business when you submit the email. That way I'll be like, okay, well, let me conform some questions. Some people like to have the email questionnaire. Some people like to have the phone call. Some people like to have that, that personal touch. I I'm good with either way. I've even met people in person just to talk to them, just have that face to face talk. And whatever is better for my clients and my businesses are perfectly okay with me.
Man, that's what's up right there. And like I said, just the work that you're doing. And I know in this type of ring that you're in, I know time, time
Mhm.
is essence. So as you being an entrepreneur yourself, we know a lot of entrepreneurs, they start their day super early because they believe in time
Mhm.
management. So I know you being an entrepreneur, you're a wife, you're a mother. What time do you start your day first thing in the morning?
I start my day around 7 in the morning. I have a wake up alarm system called Puppies out there. They literally at 7 o'clock every morning, they're like, I'm awake, take me outside. That's when my day starts. And it doesn't end till almost midnight. So I'm constantly going. So in addition to this magazine, I have two photography magazines. I model and I also work part time in a restaurant. So I'm constantly grinding.
He comes to ground. Yeah, that's another thing. You take great pictures. And I know I mentioned, I said cool, iconic, because some of your pictures look very iconic, especially the one you sent me that's on the flyer for this morning's podcast. That picture just put me in an iconic feel when I see that picture. You take great pictures, and you do the modeling. How long have you been doing modeling?
I've been doing modeling since August of 2021.
Okay.
And I just do freelance modeling. I network with about 100 photographers, uh, build up my portfolio. And then from there, it spiraled into my photography magazines, and then it spiraled into this one right here.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask you this one too. I know when people start magazines, they start magazine and they transition to the podcast world.
Mhm.
So will there be a What's Up Dallas Magazine podcast in the near future that's in the works, or I'm just putting stuff
Eventually,
out there?
eventually, my goal is with this magazine is once we get enough advertisers and we get enough, like, residual income coming in, uh, I would like to do a podcast where I don't have to work at the restaurant where I'm at. But at the meantime, I got to work there to keep the money going.
Right.
So since we're so small, we're just starting out, it's all about like making connections and networks and relationships. And my husband and I both know that. We both just like keep going,
That's
go make
it.
that money.
That's it. Support each other and support each other. If you're in a relationship, support each other. Just think about how much happier y'all will be if y'all support each other. Be a team and don't be jealous of each other. You got a lot of couples, be so jealous of each other. At the end of the day, we were one. We both gonna benefit off of it. We both gonna eat at the same table. So always build that thing up. And like I said, it's great. You know what I'm saying? You have goals, you have dreams, Rachel, to take this thing to the next level where you could benefit off of it full time. I mean, anybody that starts a business wants to benefit off full time. You hear residual income, multiple streams of income. That's the mindset that we have to start taking and take the limits off. A lot of times we be so limited in our thinking. We get around the wrong type of people who trying to downplay you and discourage you. Break away from the type of people. Be around people who are go-getters. Be around people who are making things happen. Be around people who are about success. Proverbs says, if you walk with a company of wise men, you will be wise, right? You walk with a company of fools, you be destroyed. So get around wise people. When you be around wise people, what's gonna happen? You're gonna become wise, right? If you're around millionaires, what's gonna happen? You'll become a millionaire. You're around billionaires, you'll become a billionaire. Trillionaires, all that other stuff. So be around the people that's going somewhere in life. Don't be around people who's not going anywhere. Don't be around people who's gonna suck the life out of you. Be around people who's gonna sow back into you, and you sow back into them. So that's a beautiful thing. So
Say that louder. Say that louder.
you got to, Rachel. You got to be around people that's going places. And
Yeah.
you know what? Like the Bible says, our gifts should make room for us and bring forth
Mhm.
great men. People don't understand it. It's not about your college degree. It's not about your last name. It's not about what school you went to. It's not about what neighborhood you come from. It's your gift.
Mhm.
Your gift is going to make room for you. God gave every man, woman, and child a gift. It's up to us to tap into that gift. I know the other day, Rachel, when I was on my way to work, I work full time as well. I work the night shift and I do my podcast when I'm off. But my goal is to be able to take this thing full time. I remember back in 2009, this man of God told me that I'm going to become a millionaire and my wife is going to hit me along. I'm not married now, but he told me that this back in 2009. He said, you become a millionaire, but your wife is going to help you get to there. So I
Mhm.
know, and he said, your wife is going to be business minded. So I know that my wife will be business minded. I know she's
Mhm.
going to have her thing, have my thing, but when we come together, it's going to be beautiful. I see that. But just utilizing your gift. Your gift makes room for you. But getting back to the point, one night when I was on my way to work, I seen his van. And on the back of this van, it says, I serve God with my talents. I worship
Mhm.
God with my talents. We say that.
Mhm.
Everybody has a talent. The Bible speaks about talent. Jesus spoke about talents in the parable of of the talents.
Yep. Yep.
You have to utilize it. You have to utilize it. So I know you want. I know you being. You want to motivate. You want to inspire. You want to just inspire these small business that hey, I want to be this thing. I want to be the franchise, and that's a beautiful thing. But also I know you doing the modeling thing. So with the modeling too. So that's gonna be. Are you doing that part? Are you doing that full time, or that's on the regular with the modeling with the model also?
It started as a hobby, actually. So yeah, it was I in 2021. I saw that my husband was able to talk to people and that he was able to just easily open up to people and connect and just network. And I told him one day, I was like, if you would have met me 2 years ago, Herman, if you would let me met me 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't be talking on this video right now. I was very introverted. Like I would go to work and then when I would leave work, I would just go straight home and just mind my own business. I would just stay there. I didn't want to talk to anybody because, I was afraid of rejection so much in my younger years. I didn't have a lot of friends in school. I knew people, but I didn't talk to people. They weren't very nice to me.
Right.
So I told my husband, I said, I wanna be like you. I wanna start talking to people. And he's like, well, pray about it. So I prayed about it and I was like, he's like, what do you want to do? Like to break you out of the shell. And I was like, I also want to be a model when I was a kid. So I was like, maybe I'll do that, right? So I didn't have a clue how to model. I didn't know what to do. I just like, I felt I needed a boost of confidence. So I started networking with some models and photographers. Um, and lo and behold, I broke into being a very conversational person. I love to hear their stories, hence the reason I always like to hear the stories of the businesses now. But it's just I do it as a hobby to kind of help me be creative, break out of my introvertness, and to want to be able to tell now that,
you, you
that
can't. I mean, you really can't. And I'm gonna let you in a little secret. I was the same way too. We just mentioned. I was the same way. I was scared of rejection when I was growing up. I knew people, but I didn't kind of like hang. I hung out, but not hung out with people. It's just like
Mhm.
when I got older, when I started getting on my shell, because I used to be a very, very shy, timid young man. I really did. But that comes from the not believing in ourselves, you know, the mindset, not being emotionally involved with ourselves, especially if you grew up with our parents. We thank God for our parents, but our parents was only based off the information they got when they was growing up and how they passed it down to us. I mean, I had conversations with this before, being open, talk about things, not being scared. And a lot of times we have been scared to talk about stuff when it comes to stuff that may be bothering us, stuff that may be hindering us, but not better because we say, okay, if I come out talk about this, I'm afraid they're gonna yell at me. I'm afraid they're gonna say no. And we all get scared of rejection, man and woman. We had that
Mhm.
fear of rejection. And then you know what it is, we judge ourselves. I'm not good enough. I won't get it. I'm not gonna make it. So we already put these negative thoughts but in our mind. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna manifest themselves because we keep thinking on it. And then eventually, like, oh, I put this in position, so now I have to break that. So I know you said it was like 2 years ago, you wouldn't even be on here. And I know you said, your husband said pray about it. What steps did you take to break that introvertness? I know with you being a CEO and a founder of a magazine, you can't be an introvert, so you have to get out there in the public, you have to get there and talk to people. So somebody need to hear this. So what necessary steps did you take to get out of that introvertness?
Oh, that's a really great question. So, I believe that I had to step out of my comfort zone. So, I believe that, gosh, like God wants you to do bigger things. You need to get out of the comfort zone. You need to stop being so comfortable because you can never grow if you don't move. And I realized that nothing was going to happen if I just sit there and complain about it. So I was like, if I really want to do this, then it's got to be me that's going to have to do this, not anyone else. So like, my husband can't make my modeling happen. He can't make my magazine happen. You know, I got to do this. It's going to be my name, my business. And I believe I had to build up my self confidence. I had to break out of my shell. I had to talk to people. I had to learn the business. I mean, every day I'm learning. All of the businesses that I do, I learn constantly. And I also, with the modeling, it's not just go out there and just model. I watch YouTube videos on how to pose. I'm inspired from some people that I follow. I've learned how to dress. I take care of myself. And then also I learned photography too because I like to know what is a good picture and what is a good angle and safety. Oh my gosh, young ladies out there, I'm just saying, young ladies out there, if y'all want to model, please learn that safety first as a model. Always take somebody with you. If you don't know the photographer, it's very important that you research them, ask another model, be like, hey, you work with this photographer, can you please tell me how the photo session went, how professional they were? There's so many photographers out there, but if you learn that you need to be safe and don't compromise your self-esteem. That's a big one. Don't compromise your self-esteem and don't think that you can just that you have to do so much for so little. It's all about you, like what you're going to do. So your name, your business, your confidence. Just go.
That's it. And I believe, Rachel, I know I use analogy all the time. I say this, and I said, nobody's not gonna knock on your front door and tell you, hey, I need you to get your life together. You have to get up off your butt and make stuff happen. The Bible says in Isaiah 119, if you be willing and obedient, you should eat the good of the land.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be willing and obedient. So you have to have that willpower in order to succeed. That's why I'll be talking about Wednesday night here on the show, having the willing to succeed. Everybody should want to succeed. Look at it, Rachel. It's already October 24th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had, when we've been there before too, we all have. We get emotional. It's January, December 31st to January 1st. Oh, this is going to be my year. This is my year. This is my year. But then we go right back to our reality. We go
Mm-hmm.
right back into that slump. We wasted all this time doing things. It's so then think about it. The education and the tools are free. If it's
Mm-hmm.
something
They are.
that you really want to do, get on the internet, go to the different networking events. It's now people giving out free information. And out of that, and I'm gonna tell you this too, also, ladies and gentlemen, pay money. You have to, in order to want to get the best quality, you're gonna have to pay money. So what that does
Mm-hmm.
that mean? If you have a full-time job, pick up extra hours. I do that.
Find it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I work 16 hours, you know what I'm saying? Because I want things to get done. So if it takes, in order for you to get to the next phase, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna have to make the necessary precautions. If that means going to get some extra hours on your job, use that overtime money on your job to invest into your business. Use your job to invest in your business. Set aside, okay, this extra money is towards my business. This extra money, okay. And I know on Rachel, you have a fee to be advertised. What is the price for people to be able to advertise? And with all due respect, ladies and gentlemen, hey, don't be so cheap. Don't be trying to scheme and fly and try to get freebies all the time. Pay your money. You put your money towards anything else. But when it comes to people in their business, we want to try to scheme and fly. So what is the price range for people to advertise in your magazine? Because we know that it does cost.
It does. It does. So, I mean, time is money. I heard so a lot of people understand that. Magazines thrive on advertising and viewers and people that would like to have them printed in their hands. So, since we're a small magazine, we don't really charge that much for a business to advertise. So it's $30 a month for your business. If you don't have an ad created, we can create one for you. So I've had all the ads that are on our website at whatsupdallasmagazine.com all created by with the help of my advertisers. We work together, and it's just $30 a month. So you get the Facebook platform. We have a spot specifically for our advertisers. You've got the website, your advertisements on there as well. We have in the magazine every month. So the $30 covers your fee for being on. So one page ad. I mean, that's like a lot.
Yeah.
And for $30 a month, you get a printed issue as well sent to your business, so you can just keep every copy that comes in. And if you need to change the ad, we always work with changing the ad too. It's a pretty good deal actually.
It is a great deal, Rachel. I mean, you can spend $30. Come on, think about it. When you start in them other area magazines, they charging in the well, probably like in the thousands just to advertise alone. If you get radio advertised, they up in the thousands. It all depends on what you get. So if you're really serious about your brand, ladies and gentlemen, put in the work, put in the money. Don't get me wrong, God will put people in place to help you along the way, but at the same time, you need to help yourself also. He would, so you have, and then people will come and bless you too. That happened as well too. Long you're doing the right thing and you're still putting the work, you still doing your part, God will send people your way to help you out, sow into you, will write you a big check. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know what it is, but it is something in my heart to, hey, give you this check. You know, that check could take you to the next level in your business, your brand. But the same in the meantime, get some extra hours, pick up some extra hours on your job if you have to. Or if not just that, go help out people around the neighborhood, whatever you want to do. Do the things to get you to the next level. A lot of the great ones made sacrifices in order to get to the next level. And by the way, we are live streaming right now here on Facebook Live. And of course, we know that Walking This Way Impact with Podcast is not monetized here on Facebook. So if you're watching the live streaming right now, you see it says something about a star. If you click that star, hey, that money goes towards the podcast. We want to take it to the next level. We are monetized here. We thank everybody for their support. Could not content. So if you're watching us right now, click that star. Of course, that's all you gotta do. Click the star, and Facebook pay us forward. So that's what's up right there. So I know we're pressing for time, Rachel. I know you have to continue on with your day with the magazine editorials, all the other stuff, wifely duties, motherly duties. So
All the time.
before we get off the air this morning, you have any final remarks that you're gonna leave here with the audience? Something that's gonna resonate with them this one. We know that everybody say thank God it's Friday, but we're gonna say thank God it's Monday because when you at your business, what you doing? I'm going hard on Monday. So do you have any final remarks that you're gonna leave here with the audience that's watching us right now or gonna watch in the near future?
Oh, absolutely. So I just would like to just reiterate to everyone, you have a dream, go for it. The dream's not going to chase you, so you need to chase your dream. And it doesn't matter about your education, doesn't matter about your nationality, where you've been. It doesn't matter if even if you had a rough life, but if you have an inspiration to start something, go for it because there is always somebody that needs to hear your story. And even if it's like I started out because I was a single mom and I needed to start a business to support my babies. I mean, that's going to inspire a single mom somewhere that says she started her own business from scratch. So y'all need, I can do this too. Um, our magazine wants to tell that story. We want to hear how the business started. I believe that since What's Up Dallas magazine is focused on positivity in small business, people need to know that we're real people and making real money and that we have families to support too. And if any business out there wants to get a feature, please go ahead and email me, what's up Dallas magazine at gmail.com. I would love to hear it. If you also want to advertise, please do. I have many pages open. I can always make the magazine bigger, so it's not a problem. Um, and just be inspired to keep going. I mean, Furman, I thank you for having me here to be able to tell the story of our magazine, how we got started. Because I do hope that this magazine does inspire more people and more businesses. So we're trying to feature 40 businesses per month. So if you add that up over a year, that's like so many people that can be connected that don't even know they exist. And that's what our main goal is. Keep it going, shed the light, show that people actually truly do care. And this, especially in DFW, which is very, very, very growing, so big.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a growing city here in the DFW area. A lot of businesses coming here. A lot of people are being inspired to start their own business, especially when in the mid. I moved here during the pandemic, 2020. Things
Mhm,
were slowly opening up, but at that time, people start doing their own business. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people didn't get back to work. They had no choice but to utilize their gifts in order to make money happen as well. So we had a lot of people birthed out of the entrepreneurs birthed out of the pandemic in 2020. So take the limits off. Don't make no excuses. You know, I heard this saying, a man that makes excuses not a man at all. Stop making excuses. They go for a woman too. Don't make excuses. You know what I'm saying? If you're about your business, be about your business. Don't worry if people not supporting. I hear a lot of people get discouraged. Hey, keep going.
mhm,
Trust me, it's other people out there watching you. They may
mhm.
not comment on your post, they may not share anything, but trust me, there are people watching you. They
They're
may
watching your story.
they're watching your story. You know, another thing too. Start if you're in digital content, start doing reels. You know, that's another thing. Reels help you out too. The short
Mhm,
stories help you out because people that's not even on your friend list can see your stuff.
mhm,
Because reels comes to recycle. So people are always looking at stuff. So people are always watching you. People are always supporting you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And a lot of times people just want to see if you're really real about what you're doing.
mhm.
People want to see that you're consistent. Being consistent is very important. So we had a great conversation. Once again, Rachel, let us know the release date of the magazine and how can we get advertisement as well, and how do we submit a payment to you as well when we be advertising our business.
Oh yeah, so the release date is going to be October 28th. I'm trying to shoot for the 28th of every single month for publishing. I want to be consistent with that. Um, whatever businesses I don't get to for that issue will be in the next issue. And people can just send me an email if they want to advertise. I'm all about that. It's $30 a month. I do my payments through Cash App or Zelle. I know a lot of people are kind of sketchy about it, but I also send the email back in receipt. So I don't have a physical receipt to give people right now. So the email serves as their receipt and I
Right.
document their account. So I will also send a reminder to my businesses to be like, hey, your payment's due. Um, that way they can go ahead and send it to me. But Cash App is RayJ83. It's RAEJAY83. My cell is 214-694-5587. That's my actual business phone. And that way, I can keep account for all those things. So
Yeah.
I always send the contract out too, so people can sign it.
Well, also, because we know people don't do paper receipts, everything going digital now, so it's like paperless now. So, like I said, just look at that $30, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching us right now. Look at that $30 as an investment. Look at that $30 can turn you into millions of dollars. I'm gonna say that again. That $30 could turn you into millions of dollars.
All right.
Investment, investment. Everything you do, when you saw it as an investment, don't look at this $30 I'm giving away. No, that $30 can turn you to millions of dollars. And you be like, dang, all it took was $30. Now I'm making millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
think like that. So, Rachel, I appreciate you once again for hanging out with me. I know you got a productive schedule. And like I said, when we back here tomorrow night here on Walking This Way Impact with Podcast, I'll be interviewing the couple that's here based in the DFW area. That's Mr. Rowe and I mean Mr. U and Rowe. They're gonna be with me on tomorrow night talking about relationships. And also I'll be doing a Wednesday episode as well, talking about having a willing to succeed and that's all the other great stuff. So, and look, and Rachel, I would love to have you and your husband next time here on the show, talking about working together as a couple, inspiring each other, motivating each other, and challenging each other. So I'd love to have you and your husband on here next time when the time permit, we set something up and have you and your husband on here next time on the podcast.
I would love that. I catch him when he's in town.
Awesome. So we want y'all to have a great Monday morning. We know here in the DFW, we got a cold front coming in, so I know it's going to be raining in certain areas. Some areas going to be scattered, some just going to be full of rain. But you know me, I love the cold weather, so I'm looking forward. When I looked at my phone, the local will be 50 tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. I just like the cold weather. It's fall time. It's just that good time, hoodie season. All the other good
Bye.
as that hoodie season and everything. So y'all have a great Monday. If you're off today, I hope you got your goals set for the day. I just something I do in my own personal life. I learned how to structure my days. That's something I never did when I was growing up. Have structure in your days. Set your days. You don't have to be a business person to schedule your days. Right where you at, you can learn how to schedule your day. Another thing I want to say with you this too. Remember the graveyard. Everybody in the graveyard had one thing in common. They thought they were going to see tomorrow, and they didn't. So let's live life like it's our last. And most importantly, we we up this morning. God opened our eyes this morning. Remember, look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself you're gonna make it today. Tell yourself you're gonna succeed today. Tell yourself I love you, and tell yourself I got your back as well. Encourage yourself. Even the Bible said David had to encourage himself. So don't look for other people to encourage you all the time. You have to encourage yourself too. So have a great day, Rachel. Since you're the guest, do you have any final remarks you're gonna leave once again with the audience? Something that's gonna resonate with them.
Keep going. Keep going. You got a vision, you got a business in mind. Stick with that one business and focus. I believe that goes a long way. Don't be scatterbrained about a business. Um, I I hear often a lot of people are just like I have a lot of things that I want to do, but you know, just focus on that one business, the one thing you're passionate about. And if you're passionate about it, you're gonna go far because passion shows in somebody's business. That's all I gotta say.
Awesome. Y'all have a great morning. And like I said, we'll be back here tomorrow night, streaming live on Facebook Live at 7 p.m. 8 if you're on the East Coast, 5 p.m. you're on the West Coast. Y'all have a great morning, great day. And this has been Wake Up with What's Up Dallas Magazine, featuring my friend Rachel. Y'all have a great day. Peace, everybody.
Bye.